Hey y'all, my name's Maverick and welcome to Mav's Fab Shop. So, yeah, you see me sitting on the Yamaha, but that ain't what we're going to be working on in this video. So, what I've got planned for this video is we've got my welding machine, or the frame of it, sitting back over here, and it needs a little TLC. So, this machine was built in 1977, and it's probably been going through several times before, but I noticed, when I bought it a couple years ago and, after tearing it completely down, that the surround for the battery box and everything, it needs to be cut off and redone. There's nothing wrong with it. It's still solid. It just looks like trash. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. So a couple things that I want to address ahead of time before we get into this video is, in my last video, I apologize, I did not give y'all a fair warning, and I meant to edit this into my last video, but it's going to be happening again on this video. I'm going to have my heater running. It's middle of winter here in Pennsylvania. It's kind of chilly, and the hands here, they get kind of cold. So I'll do my best to, shut the heater off when I'm doing, short little clips of me talking about the project or whatnot. And, I'll edit the rest out with, a little bit of music or something. The thing is that, like I said in my introduction video, I'm literally working with my cell phone. That's all I've got right now. So I know my audio isn't the best. I apologize for that. There's an echo in the shop. But I do plan on getting a microphone. That way we can hopefully eliminate that issue here very soon. And all I'm asking is for y'all to bear with me for a little bit on this, because, some of these things, it takes time. So, with that being said, let's get to it. Alright, so I already got the frame up here on the bench, and I'll show y'all what I was talking about there just a second ago. This right here is all rusted out. You can tell it's been patched together several times. And this, to me, it looks like it's been messed with. You can see it's getting a little flaky down here. Somebody's tried welding on it, but it basically just needs to be replaced. So I'm going to cut all of this out. This is the only piece that I'm saving, because that is original to the machine, I believe. And I've already got all my pieces cut out here, and they just need to be cleaned up a little bit. So I'll throw those in the vise here, and we'll get to cleaning them up and start getting all this cut off. So another thing that I've been wanting to show y'all is that I've already started painting some of the parts for the machine. There's the hood, there's the face, up there is the radiator shroud. This piece right here, it's one of the fuel tank supports, and your lugs for your welding leads also go right there. But a friend of mine, he's got a Bronco that is the same colors as my pickup, and he figured out that Rust-Oleum Colonial Red is the same, or almost an exact match, as the Ford Scarlet Red. I think that's what it's called. And this tan here, it's actually an almost perfect match to Ford's Pawnee tan. And this is actually called just sand by Rust-Oleum. But when I was painting this, I ended up somehow had the tan bleed through on the red, so that's got to be sanded down and redone. And also because this thing fell, so I just wasted my time on that pretty much. But yeah, there's the face plate, or the face for the machine. There's shroud. There's the new radiator cover back behind it. I've already got it blasted. There's the old one. All right, so we got all these cleaned up. That way they all match, which means we're not going to have any differences between each set of plates. So now, I guess it's time to start cutting this off. And also, I do want to say I goofed up and didn't set my phone up the way I needed to have it. That way y'all could see, you know, everything going on. So I'm going to definitely make sure that I've got it set up better when I go to start cutting all this off. So y'all probably wondering, why did you just cut that in half? Why didn't you just cut the whole thing off? Well, this side right here has a weld on the inside that's holding it in. So I thought that it would most likely be easier to just go ahead and cut it in half. That way I can get a grinder in here easily and grind that weld out. And then we'll just hack the rest of everything off. This side, it does not look like there's a weld on that side, but either way, I've got one right there, and I still think that's probably just going to be the easiest way to do it. You know, because I've already got all this right here that is measured and cut and cleaned up and ready to go. So I'll have my height that I need, which basically means I'll be all right. All right, y'all, since I got everything cut off, I'm going to show y'all what I've got planned next. Essentially, all it's going to be now is just cleaning things up and getting it prepped. That way I can put the new parts on, or the new pieces, I mean. Get those put on, and we'll get it back together.
Okay, so like I was just saying, I got all this cut off, but I got to clean all this up. And I'm going to wire brush everything in here that I'm going to be welding to. So, one thing about it, I don't know how good this piece is, because I did have a battery tip over and had the casing crack on it. So it may be, it's probably going to look pretty rough by the time I get it cleaned up. But again, I'm going to have this whole frame here sandblasted. That way, when I go to paint it, it's going to be like brand new in a sense. So this right here, this has got to be cut off. And I'm going to reuse this piece because, if I'm not mistaken, that's original to the machine, because it's still got the hand crank to it, or the hole for the hand crank, I mean. So let's just go ahead and throw some weld on it. And just like that, it's all cleaned up. I'm honestly surprised it's not as bad as it is right now, considering it's 45 years old, and I guarantee it's had some battery acid leak out on it and whatnot. But there's no holes in it, so we're just gonna run with it. All right, so everything's tacked up, ready to be welded. So now we just got to throw a little zzz, zzz on everything, and We'll be ready to cut this loose, and this will be done. All right, y'all, so the battery box is welded up. We're good to go on that. So now, I guess we're ready to take the frame and have it sandblasted. It's currently Wednesday evening. I just got off work a little bit ago. And I haven't been in shop in over a week and a half because we've got roughly a foot of snow on the ground. And there's something going on with the shop which kind of makes me feel a little uneasy about working in it right now. These two boards here are broken. That back one there, it's got the big split in it. It's about ready to go. And I walked in one day last week, it was probably Monday or Tuesday, and I noticed this front one's starting to go as well. So if y'all think that a video of me attempting to fix this roof is something y'all want to see, let me know. But I guess that's going to be about it for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. If you didn't, sorry. I know I suck at this. But y'all do me a favor. Give me a like, subscribe, and a share. I'm going to need all y'all's help to get this channel off the ground and keep creating more content and bringing new projects in. And without y'all, I can't do that. So y'all help me out. Until then, y'all have a good one. We'll catch you next time.